Hello, hello. How are you? How are both of you?
Good.
Very well. Hi.
After the Emmys thing, how are you actually after the Emmys announcement and when Emmys nomination? How does it feel?
Um,
Yeah. Monica and Imtiaz.
I
I
think
actually wanted to congratulate you because, as an audience member, you must have given a lot of love to the film
I,
also.
I,
So it is something which belongs to everyone.
yes,
So
yes.
I think it's
It's
just so
ours. Yeah.
lovely as an Indian to actually have the nomination for such a distinctive film.
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely. And Imtiaz, how does it feel? I mean, that's Monica's version. Also, I would like to add on my bit that I've seen the movie 7 times, to be precise. I saw it with yeah, and I loved the movie because every time I saw the movie, I could connect with it in a different way. Though I'm not from Chamkila's era, but it was something very very informative if you went to see it from that angle. And I saw it 7 times and I made everybody also watch the movie with me. So yes, this is, as you mentioned, this is my win too, I take it.
thank you very much.
So yes, Imtiaz, I mean, how does it feel? It's your baby, but Netflix has fostered it in such a beautiful way. So how does it feel to see your baby up there?
It's actually quite heartwarming to see that international recognition has come to a film which is very local and which had faced hurdles and thanks to Netflix got a chance to come to the world. But to stand with other international filmmakers from different parts of the world and actors and the creative fraternity of different parts of the world, that's very, very charming.
Yeah.
And to take India there, to take our culture there is also a very we feel very gratified to be able to do that.
Right, right. Do you feel that now with the Emmys nomination, the way Indian storytelling has been perceived out there has kind of changed because India has always been, perceived to be a place where movies are filled with dance and drama and basically कभी हम बाहर पूछते थे तो ऐसे ही होता था कि अरे आपके यहाँ तो बहुत गाने होते हैं, म्यूजिक होते हैं. Why do you need that? What do you
But
have to
that
say
probably
about?
falls in Chamkila.
Yeah,
There
exactly. But that's what their perspective was. So, do you think that this perception of people out there in the West would change after Chamkila's nomination? It's just not about music and drama, but it's about strong storytelling as well.
What would you say to that, Monica? I think you are the better person to answer.
I actually would say that the world is suddenly waking up to the power of music in storytelling.
Oh,
If I were to look at K-pop Demon Hunters,
hmm.
it's the biggest film ever on Netflix, and the music of it is trending all around the world. I mean, Chamkila came before that, and last year. And what Chamkila did, and what is being recognized through this nomination, and not just this, all the awards Chamkila has won, all the love that has come Chamkila's way, the social media phenomenon, everything going viral, the songs, the reels.
Hmm.
I think the world is actually experiencing it through different stories from India. Same thing with RRR, the way Natu Natu
Yeah.
traveled. So I feel Chamkila is in that line of greats where it is taking the culture from India and actually giving a very different grammar of storytelling. So it's not, stories have always been important to us,
Right.
but our music has been equally important to us. And to have story and music go hand in hand and actually, be so defining for people universally, I think that's something special that Chamkila has done and achieved. And it just shows that we don't need to change that for us.
Right.
Actually, if we do
Right.
it in a certain way, the whole world will watch.
Absolutely. This question is for both of you that when Chamkila released, right, was there any particular compliment or feedback that you precisely got from somebody from the industry that really has stayed with you till date?
Oh, well, I remember, see, we had this very nice premiere night, which Monica and Netflix had organized. And the story of that is that when we were shooting at Liberty Cinema, which is an old theater in
Right.
Bombay,
Right.
so Jeet and I had this plan that we should have premiere in an
Yeah.
old theater like this. And maybe it's not so good for marketing anymore. That is why people don't do premieres old style. But for this film, let's do it. So Diljit was like, हाँ भाई आधे पैसे मैं लगा दूंगा. So so then thankfully Monica bought into this and said, okay, we'll have an old-fashioned premiere, and we had that at New Excelsior.
No, it was so charming, and Imtiaz has had a vision for everything on
Right.
this. And even for this premiere, this screening, and people came all the way, Imtiaz, like so many people drove across, and we all know how we struggle in this traffic. But
Exactly.
it was very charming and very, very special.
So one of
Right.
the people over there was Mr. Benz, who is a very elderly gentleman. He used to be the superintendent of police in Ropar in Punjab during the 80s when all the trouble was happening. And
Okay.
I was a bit like nervous to meet him after the film because he could have just turned around and told me that, yeah, aisa thodi tha, this is not the right portrayal of those times. And he
Right.
said that it really took me back to those times because it really felt like, how did you even know that it was like this for us in Punjab during the 80s? And that was a huge compliment I remember from that night.
Yeah, absolutely. Imtiaz, you have had movies very different from each other, but the main crux would always be human interest, right? They were very human, they were very heart-touching stories, all of them, be it Jab We Met, be it Rockstar, be it Chamkila also, though it is based on a real life incident. It's the way it's been weaved, right? It actually felt that we were a part of that era. Though I'm from Maharashtra and that story is based on from Punjab, from North, I felt that it was somebody from our life that we lost, right? So that's exactly, I think, as a storyteller, you guys have achieved, and Netflix has, put it across so well. I really wanted to know that the question is that what actually makes you connect to your movies so much? Like before we connect, you have to connect with your movies, right? So what is that particular thing that makes you feel कि यार this subject, I think this needs to be spoken of, और इसका story दुनिया तक पहुंचना चाहिए, be it a fictional story or be it a real story. What is the thing that connects?
This is not a logical decision
Okay.
to make a certain film. There is something that moves you, like I get moved by something which is semi-real, semi-fiction. Most of the times it is like that you see something, you see a person, you get a thought, you imagine that this could be her circumstance in life, and then you think about it and it moves you. And then you just go on, and the first 7 steps of filmmaking is for you yourself, just for
Yeah.
entertainment. Imagine, daydream, think about it, talk to that about to other people who are not interested, try to engage them somehow, and so you do all of those things. And then you start making the film at some point of time. So it's not a logical decision. As far as Chamkila is concerned, however, um, through many sources, every time I used to go and shoot in Punjab or thereabouts, people used to tell me the story of Chamkila. That, there was this guy in the 1980s and he was the biggest phenomena. There's never been a musical star like that in Punjab. He was so popular and his life was so dramatic and tragic and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you make a film on this? Why don't you make a film on this? Then I realized that many of my friends and many people in the Bombay film industry have tried to make a film on his life. And I never had the thought that I should make a film on him because I didn't know much about him
Okay.
at that point of time. And I didn't, and I knew that there is something sticky about the rights to uh,
Right.
the film on his life. And then one guy called Harpreet just walked into office one day during the pandemic, and he came and he just said that I have managed for the first time to get the rights of the film, and I'd like you to make it. He has nothing to do with the film industry, but he's the one who thought that I should make it.
Oh.
Sometimes just a person from nowhere. Just a man on the street can do you a big favor which a multimillionaire can't. And he said, "मुझे लगता है आपको बनानी चाहिए भाई, because you make films about Punjab and Punjabis that are good. I'm a Punjabi, I like, and then I think music के साथ भी आपका अच्छा connection है, आपने रॉकस्टार में ठीक सा काम कर दिया, तो आपको बनाना चाहिए." And that's how it happened.
Oh my God. I mean, this is like destiny. In a way, it is destiny.
Exactly.
I mean,
And now I feel that, it was like grace, divine grace moving around like that. And it is a blessing that came to me.
absolutely, absolutely. Monica, this question is for you that when Netflix, basically arrived in India, it was basically touted to be a not very desi platform, right? It was very American and it was very all the razzmatazz around it. So I wanted to know that now with movies like Chamkila or for that matter shows like Kapil Sharma, do you think that it has become more desi and Indian adapting to the Indian society more as compared to the notion that it had?
Actually, I'd like to ask you that question. What do you think?
I think it's okay, for me it's a mix. From the audience's perspective, it's a mix. I feel that it has a plethora of
Yeah.
movies from various walks of life and every niche of the entertainment basically.
Yeah.
This is my answer, but mera answer chapega nahi na.
No, it was important for me to know how you feel about it as an audience member. But actually, you're right. That's the intention. Netflix is meant to be an entertainment service for all. It's not meant to be a service with the audience that we just started out with a
That's
few years ago, because when we started out, we were, and you're right about that, we were an international platform that just one day came live across 160 countries. Now we are in more than 190 countries, but there was a moment in time, almost 10 years ago, and we will have our 10-year anniversary coming up in January.
yeah.
um, it was just put on, and there was a lot of international content which came for the early audiences, right? But the journey always, the intention was always to have a Netflix India for India, telling stories from India. We will always bring the best from around the world, from across the world, but we are here to work with the creative industry here, the creators here who are some of the best creators, the craft that we have from anywhere across the world. Our film industry is so, we are right up there with the biggest film industry in the world. So I think for us, it was very clear India has many, many, many stories to tell. We don't even have one India that we say. We are many Indias. There are so many different kinds of audience segments. So Netflix reflects that. The diversity and variety that we have reflects that. Whether we'll go for the most beautiful niche festival film, and take it to a large set of an audience. We'll take a film like Lapata Ladies, which is charming and small, but can actually become so massive on the platform. We'll have the biggest one like RRR and Pushpa and Animal, you know, and for from an original standpoint, we are very clear that we are here to take stories, which are very close to us as Indians, to our milieu, to what is relevant to us and what moves us, and what is important to tell, what is entertaining and urgent to tell. Like Chamkila's story uh, may not be an urgent story to tell, but it's one of the most important stories to tell, because it really reflects the culture of the people of Punjab, the music, history, and really an artist journey, struggle, passion, and turns a lens on society, that how we are, we can make a star, we can make an artist, and we can, take the life of an artist. We can break an artist too. Like we can give love and we can take it back also. So I think that's the story that Imtiaz was telling, and the whole irony of it, the tragedy of it, the beauty of it. So I think taking stories like these, which are so rooted and so local, and that is what Netflix is here to do. in every which way, whether we commission, we buy, at whatever stage we associate with a story. And we are just proud to associate, to be able to enable, partner, and we are there to entertain the maximum number of Indians. So if you look at the range, you will know that that's the intent, and that's where we are right now.
That's right. That's right. Imtiaz, I wanted to know that, I personally feel that at times the Indian film industry does kind of seek a lot of validation from the West. That's my perspective. I may be wrong. But having said that, do you think that we can call it probably like a colonial influence yet?
No, I don't know whether it's colonial. I think that international recognition is always special for any country, And for us also, an international recognition is a unique thing, an important thing, but it's not the first thing we seek at all. I think the people that we have made the film for, first Indian, and so the recognition with them is of severe and great importance to us. And if it is now recognized internationally also, if it gives us a chance to represent the country among other countries, then that is Sone Pe Suhaga.
It's like sports. You want to win when you go to a tournament, or you have that because you're representing your country. So I think it's basically that. And I must add that my colleagues from across the markets really want their stories, their shows, their movies to succeed in India. So that's also, that's the joy of it. When you see the stories from your country, your culture, just travel anywhere and entertain, more people.
Yeah, India is the biggest market, obviously. So yeah, it's okay. The last question, this is for you, Imtiaz. So it's a little off topic, but yeah. But he just said that he was a little upset because he was replaced at Job We Met. Do you have anything to say on this?
He's not said it recently. He's been saying it for a long time.
Yeah, he's saying it for a long time, but it's highlighted now more.
No, it's a joke. And that's my connection with him. We remember each other like this. We are very good friends, so we don't say good things to each other on the face. We just say it behind our backs. But he's a lovely, lovely friend. And this is a joke, so don't fall for it.
I think his fans have already fallen for it, but thank you for clarifying it. And having said that, last question.
Pal. He's a bosom pal. He's a very good friend.
So the last question for both of you is that Abhi Chamkila ne to matlab it's created what has it done for the country, right? So can we expect any further collaboration with Imtiaz and Netflix together?
I hope so. I keep going to their office asking for more work.
No, we are already working on lots together. We haven't announced it, but we are deep into many things, and you'll hear about them soon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, and I wish we get home the trophy, we get home the recognition. Thank you so much for this, and congratulations to both of you and the entire country.
And also to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.